Hey, I'm back to share about my last week and our meal plan and how that went and what I was able to spend and what I was able to make. This last week was a week that you plan your meals for the week and nothing goes as planned. Have you been there before? I plan my meals usually on the weekend. I kind of look at my week, see what's going on, and plan those. And I hopefully this next week will do a video on how I meal plan. If you have any questions about how I do that specifically, let me know in the comments because I would like to be able to answer your questions if you have them. But I set out my plan, had everything ready to go, and then things changed. We had gone bowling last Saturday, and we stopped at Aldi on the way home to buy some milk, and I had food in the fridge for afterwards. But my husband didn't realize that, forgot that, and so he picked up some pizzas. So that's fine. We just had extra food, and we had a decent amount of leftovers that I was needing to eat. So Monday, instead of what I had planned, became leftover night. And then Tuesday, wake up to a sick little boy. So Tuesday, I basically had a little guy in my hands most of the day because he was not having it. And Wednesday was sick again. So those meals kind of changed a little bit. They became simple, quick, easy meals that I could beg my husband to help me with when he got home because, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot I was going to be doing. So quick change of plans, and we made it work. And that's the beautiful thing about planning out meals is you have a plan, but you don't have to stick to it. And I was able to, like, I had ham and eggs planned for Wednesday. That's what we ended up having Tuesday because we had ham steaks in the freezer. Eggs weren't easy to crack. I could stick in the fridge. And then when supper time came, it was just easy to make. So that was what had happened. I also planned on having enchiladas, which those of you who are actually Hispanic of some sort and have enchiladas, they probably are nothing like enchiladas that you make. But I plan on having those with some leftover turkey from a few weeks ago. I pulled out the leftover turkey, made the enchiladas, and I had turkey left. And I'm like, I can't shove this back in the freezer. So we ended up having that another night with some other things that I'll talk about in a few minutes. So things just kind of went out the window this last week. But because I had planned, it kept me out of the store. And I didn't have to buy things last minute. And we didn't have to go out to eat because I was just able to kind of tweak what we had. Also, we lost power for 4 hours yesterday. So Friday night, we didn't have power. So what I planned on having for supper didn't work because we needed power to make it. So we ended up going out to eat. I could have made something at home, but we haven't been out to eat for a while and we just wanted the chance to go out to eat. So it was an excuse to be able to go out to eat. So what we actually ate this last week. Monday, we had zucchini pizza casserole. That's what I had planned on having Friday night. I had thrown that in the freezer a few weeks ago and I just had to pull it out and cook it. Tuesday, like I said, we had ham steaks and eggs. Wednesday, we had the enchiladas. I literally just took leftover turkey, cheese, wrapped them up in a tortilla shell, shoved those in a 9x13 pan until my 9x13 pan was full. And then I have some home canned salsa that I need to use because it is from 2 summers ago and we need to use it so we can can some more this summer. But I sprinkled 2 cans of that on top and put some cheese on top of that after it was baking for a while. And I know it's not the technical probably term, but it was good. One of my daughters was like, this is scrumptious. It was quick, easy, and it didn't take much effort from me because I had the leftover turkey in the freezer. The next night, that turkey that I still had left over that we needed to use, we had that. With sweet potato fries, I just cut up some sweet potatoes and I threw those in the air fryer with some oil and some like pepper, it's actually hamburger seasoning, but like a peppery blend that I just sprinkled on top. And then I had some cheese sauce. We had taken mac and cheese to some friends who had a baby this last week. And I had cheese sauce left over because when I start making like a double batch, I can never get the ratio right of pasta to cheese sauce. And I always have too much of one thing. In this case, I had too much cheese sauce. So I just boiled some water, cooked up a few noodles, and made some cheese sauce. So this was a very unconventional meal. So turkey, mac and cheese, sweet potato fries, and blueberries that were in our freezer, but it worked. So sometimes eating out of your pantry might not be a meal that, if we had friends over, that would not be the meal I had made. That might have been like, oh my goodness, what am I making you? But nobody in my family complained. So sometimes it could be an unconventional meal that you have. And then last night we were planning on having smoked pork, but we ended up going out to eat. So that will be, if we have power tonight, that will be tonight's supper. I have 2 roasts out that my husband will smoke for us, and it will be enough probably to last us a few meals next week, or that I can throw some back in the freezer to pull out at some other time. But I would like to kind of get this out of my freezer. It is some older pork that we have. It's most of what's left, and we need to use it. So once I have it cooked up, the leftovers will be easier to use. So that is a big thing to do, is just to make something in a bigger batch, just like I did that zucchini pizza casserole. Put it in your freezer, and then on a night when you're like, oh, I don't want to cook, or I just want to go out to eat, you can pull that out, and it's like you almost have a new meal, because it's been a few weeks since you've had it, and you don't have to cook again. I like to call myself a lazy cook. I'm not sure lazy is the proper term. I just don't like to spend hours in the kitchen every day. So if I can do little things to make my life easier in the future, guess what? I'm gonna do them. Because, yeah, I would rather be doing other things than spending hours making multiple meals every day. But I still want my family to eat healthy. So trying to strike that balance is important to me. So what I was able to sell and make this week, I did sell a few things from Facebook, a few things to some friends, and I did sell some bread that I had made. I tried making some cinnamon swirl bread this week with my sourdough, and that turned out well. The key is going to be, it's not the best for us. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to limit making that, selling it, and not devouring it all as a family. So hopefully we can make some of that in the future and not eat it all. But I sold $54 worth of things this last week. And also in the financial coaching realm, I kind of have a template on just a piece of paper of what, like, my first session with people, I am going to have them send in as far as what they need to give me information on. So now I just need to take that and put it into some kind of computer document that I can email to them. So that's my challenge for this next week, is to work on that. What I spent at the grocery store last weekend, we went to Aldi and we picked up a few things, which included those pizzas we ate last weekend, but we spent $35.14. And I picked up some extra milk to hopefully, this seems to be what we go to the grocery store for all the time, is milk. I keep trying to convince my husband that we need a milk cow, and he doesn't think we do. So, and I'm not sure I'm up for all that work either, especially at this phase of the game. But we still have a little bit, so I'm hoping I can push off. We've been going on the weekends to the grocery store. I'm hoping I can push off to midweek that we need to go to the grocery store. So that's what I spent there. And then at Sam's, I spent $30.89. We ran in there quickly the other day. I bought 2 big bags of flour, so that should be able to transfer into things that some bread that we can sell to make some money. I bought some cinnamon, a huge thing of cinnamon. And Sam's Club gets us. We walked down the flour aisle and they have these little, not good for you, but sprinkles, and they had their Cupid bag on sale for like $2, and my girls saw them, and the Easter sprinkles. And we still have Christmas sprinkles left that we bought the last time we were there and we were down the flour aisle. Yeah, I need to remember those are there and steer my girls to the other side of the aisle. But we bought those as well. And I have been trying to make homemade yogurt instead of store-bought yogurt, because we can get a good deal on clearance store-bought yogurt, but the sugar in those is extreme. And I know sprinkles have sugar in too, but if we can make the yogurt and the girls can put the sprinkles in, they think that's great. And I feel like it's a little bit better and way cheaper for us as well. So it's kind of a compromise, a win-win, lose-lose, I'm not sure. So we bought those as well. So that is what we spent this week and what I made. And let me know if you have any questions about meal planning, what I do. I will try to walk you through the process as I do that this week. And I would love it if you've watched this to give me a thumbs up. It helps in Facebook to get other people to see this video as well. And I will see you next week. Bye.